from Milwaukie Bowl in the Portland area. We're here for the title matches of today's JBT event. AJ Shock looking to win her second scratch title, but first in singles. Taking on Tommy McNeil, yesterday's runner-up for that honor. We got a lot going on, so we'll try and keep track of all that. Right to their right is the U17 title match between Brad Baldassar and Jerry Jennings. And to the left of all of this is the handicap semifinal matches. We'll keep you posted on everything. This is the third frame for McNeil, working on a double and catching that early three-bagger to start. So we bowled on two different patterns, Easy Street and Mexico City, on a wood surface, and we limited you to 2 bowling balls. And they still scored okay today. These guys are good. Minus 23 cut and scratch with all of those hindrances added in. Tommy does not stick the follow through on the theoretically easier lane. But because we're on wood, there's so much friction. There was room to play on Mexico, and sometimes a house shot can be harder for higher average bowlers because it's an extreme amount of friction and a little bit over-under to boot. Jennings' string ends at 6 over there in the U17, and Tommy covers up that spare to maintain a big lead. Wendy Joe's got a big lead in one handicap match, and I can't see that far in the other one, so they'll tell me. Jerry was the qualifying leader, but got knocked out in the previous round. But is well on the way to licking the wounds with the U17 win. AJ won the mix-it-up format back at Bolero with Brendan Hopkins. That's right, exactly right. You passed the quiz. Good job. We've had an awful lot of close calls, but it has been a while since we've had a female scratch singles champ. She and Kelsey constantly knocking on the door of that up here. I believe the last female scratch singles champ up here is I think it's Tommy's got a guess. Tommy's got a chip and a guess. He's going to. I don't think Wailisha won scratch. I don't think Kareen won up here in scratch. That's my answer. Check our website where all our champs are listed. No. Lady's going to have an uphill battle here. She trails by 41 early. A little bit of that over-under starting to show up on the quote-unquote easier lane. Bradley has got to be, I've got to wonder what he is saying to his opponents in U17, because he keeps making U17 out of the handicap division, which is great, but he keeps getting throttled by his opponents. What are you saying to these people? Because you seem to be upsetting them. They keep throwing a whole bunch of X's at you.
Hey, I don't know.
Is that the problem?
Yeah.
It's EBI, so it's okay. That's not the problem.
They're just mad because it's the best company ever.
There we go. That's what we want to get on camera.
Hey, come sit.
Jerry's got a chance to toss a 279 out. Oh, it doesn't get the light hit to Jerry. You got to win 3 of these U17 matches to get into the U17 TPC, where most of the prizes are awarded in that division. This will be Jerry's second win. So he's got to find a way to squeeze one more in between Bend and Longview. Got me walking onto camera, shredding that rack. So it was Malkoff over Jance in one handicap semi. Wendy in control over Michael in the other one. Colt upset top seed Joe Brooks earlier in a handicap match play today. Joe was yesterday's winner. But match play is a cruel, cruel thing. AJ with that strike working really had to catch a double there to give herself a glimmer instead of 2-pin. The good news or bad news, depending on how she looks at it, is that she has more bowling to come after this game, regardless of the result. Because she and Kelsey were also the girl scratch qualifiers for, I believe, the carry the one umpteenth time. I believe it's the correct term for that. They also played each other in the main match play today, with AJ obviously coming out on top. Fine finish for Brad over there, by the way. Struck out to get to 211. But Jennings says, "I will win!" Really, that's what he says. Yep. Hit that flat spot in the middle and ball screams on by that spare. Shot can strike out for 206. Tommy going at a 212 pace, so not completely wrapped up here yet, but it would take another error. No, that could have been worse than that, too. Tommy went +6 for his 5-game qualifier with a big 230 to jump into the cut. He was out after game 4. Malaysia used a 267 game 4 to finish +69. Good job at the spare. 249 for Mr. Jennings. Ms. Shock must have X's in the next 4 balls. I said Ms. Shock must have X's. It is not me, it's the camera of doom. How many times do I have to explain this to you people? It is not me. It is never me. It is the camera of doom that is causing all the problems in this world. I was gonna go next now.
Don't mess with the camera of doom.
Oh, there we go. So if it's my fault, do I get credit for the strikes? No? It's a lose-lose proposition here? Is that what we got going on? I see.
You wouldn't have been a lose-lose if you got the frame.
What? Tommy likes to go pretty fast, up quickly, and splatters that light hit. And can just about notch another title. So first and second for Tommy on the weekend. Not bad at all. And AJ's going to have to regroup here because he's got a very interesting game coming up against Kelsey. They are nip and tuck in the girls' scratch in a series which went nip and tuck all last season as well, down to literally the 10th frame of the Invitational in their case. 202 for LaTurner, that's plenty. And 230 something for Tommy is plenty as well. So it'll be Wendy, Joe, and Isaac in the handicap title match coming up next, and then Kelsey and AJ doing girls scratch at the same time. Little El Lofto for the camera to make my 230 prediction come untrue for 229. Tommy McNeil, ladies and gentlemen. That's Michael Strathman there. He finishes up with a tough last game, but a top 4 finish is never anything to sneeze at. Unless, of course, you're allergic to top 4 finishes, then you can sneeze at it all you want. But few people are. Which lady will break through for that single stretch win? We have Glazer down south, definite candidates. Bunch of SoCal girls.
Okay.
So for Shock, it is back. 3 strikes and a 10 on the fill for a respectable 193. We'll see her again in part 2, taking on Kelsey. Be sure to watch that.